Good morning. Right, well, we're down on the bottom pass today. So I've got a trailer load of gravel. I'm going to be resurfacing the paths along here. So we've got a couple of sections like this where there's a few rocks and roots that are coming up to the surface and posing trip hazards. And there's a few sections that are getting a little bit muddy as well. So I want to get those resurfaced. So this is the best time of year to do it because it's still damp, so people walk on it, it compacts it and it goes nice and solid. But it shouldn't wash away because there shouldn't be that much rain, and equally it shouldn't dry and blow away because it's not the summer yet. So going to be starting with this section here. So there's going to be a lot of me digging and me spraying stuff out today. I will edit it so it's not too much driving on the tractor because that's rather boring, to be honest. But yeah, so let's get you on the stand and see what we can do. So as I drive around, I'm going to go over that quite a few times, so that should compact it. But I'll see if I need to add some more to this. So yeah, let's go get another load. Okay, so I think that's the last load I'm going to do today, because there's a lot of work but digging this lot out, moving it all by hand. But before I leave this pile, I want to make sure it's safe, because at the moment that's liable to fall. So right, let's get a spade. Okay, all safe, so should some kids or neighbour's cat decide to go digging it, they're not going to get buried. So, right, let's get this last load out. So if you're interested in what I'm actually doing, so I start by using the rake just to roughly level out the gravel, get it to where I want. I then turn the rake over and rake it with the back of the rake. That pushes some of the bigger bits down underneath while it's still loose, and then allows the smaller stuff to pull through and be on the surface. I then go over it, stand all over it to compress it and get rid of any of the air pockets. I then go back over it again with the back of the rake just to knock off any high spots and spread it out flatter. And then it's just the final pass over, compressing it again with my feet. So if you were to do this properly, you'd use a compactor, but you'd also be using a digger and a dumper truck. You wouldn't be doing it by hand. But yeah, so this should be solid enough. There we go. So I know it does look a little bit like just sort of, oh, sudden inspiration, I'll take the path and then stop again. But it was mainly to get rid of the trip hazards. So it's a nice smooth path again. People shouldn't trip over the roots and the rocks that are here. I would have liked to have done the whole thing, but obviously by digging it out all by hand, moving it down with a tractor, it's not really good enough. So yeah, that'll do for today. I'm going to go and get a rake, do a bit of raking along here. There's still quite a few leaves and twigs from the autumn, and that should improve the other bit. And there's a couple of branches that just need trimming back as well. So, right. So my plan had been to cut all these new shoots off the base of this tree here with a mini chainsaw, but unfortunately I forgot to charge it. So I'll just carry on tidying up as I am, and I'll have to come back to that another day. Right, so that is me done for today. It looks a little better along here. It's very hard to know how far to go because the owner likes it looking wild. So you don't want to tidy it up too much because you take away that wild aspect. But equally, being whipped around the face with brambles isn't particularly pleasant. So it's quite hard to get the balance right. I've just tied that up along here, opened this bit up a little bit more as well, and got all the dead out from the edge there. That looks a lot tidier. Right, so I'll see you next time.